Pussy, 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 marijuana, wanna. Pussy, 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 marijuana. Pussy, 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 marijuana.
Take it away.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Creators Corner Season 2, Episode 4. I'm here at an undisclosed location with host Mr. XGN and TSB Tier Code, and we have our favorite clan historian, Cali TSB, here as well.
What's up?
What's up, Cali?
Chilling. What are you guys doing? Podcast.
Chilling.
What?
Yeah.
We're scratching the bottom of the barrel for guests, I see.
Sitting in lawn chairs, you know.
Wow.
What are we going to talk about with Callie other than him getting exposed every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Cancel Callie.
Cancel Callie. How many times have you been
Sometimes I
canceled
can still
now,
hear
Callie?
his voice.
It's like my new nickname.
Yeah. How many times have you been canceled now, Callie?
At least twice. I mean, I think the first time was some guy that disappeared.
Remember when you got ended?
Yeah. I think it's what it is. I got ended, and then I threw like a big ass party and got drunk, being ended, and it was lots of fun.
Yeah. You keep hanging out with Corey, you'll get fucking swatted. Your shit will get stolen. You'll be sitting in a hot two-story double wide.
Yeah.
A hot 2-story double wide.
I mean, I might even get my imaginary site hit offline and a diss track made about me. Who knows?
Yeah.
That grown man said Walmart to Walmart me my royalties.
Hey, the Walmart to Walmart me, really, honestly. But look, Callie, our got ended, and then Unlimited did a goddamn GoFundMe for you on TSB's behalf.
I bet Callie got every dime that went into that GoFundMe account too.
Damn. No, I didn't see shit, dude. It's probably another race game, but
yeah.
Ooh.
That or better.
Yo, I tell you what, with
What's
all
up?
the shit that we've posted about that girl, proving that she has no doubt. I mean, we got one guy in TSB she scammed for what, $6,000 in the last year.
Oh yeah.
And for her to be in Clan Sanctuary, for all the clans that are still linked up with Sanctuary, KSI.com, Gamer Resort, LGN, what am I missing here? What other clans are still there?
All right.
Because those clans absolutely know they are clicked up with someone who scams fucking money online. So, you know what? Birds of a fucking feather. If you're going to knowingly click up with somebody like that, then that's what you are too. Fuck you.
Okay. Before we get into like the Clan Sanctuary business, let's kind of talk about the history and why that kind of how Clan Sanctuary got its start and what it means. Because I feel like we have a lot of listeners who don't really know the history of clans, or maybe like they're in their first like Xbox clan now. And so since we have our favorite historian here, like I think this would be a good episode to kind of talk about.
Created it. It's my
talk about why he created the blacklist. And I'm just kidding. So Callie, where did you get your start? Like, what was the first clan you joined, and why did you join them?
This is like early 2010, like late 2009. I got recruited into KSI by someone that's a favorite of everyone. So so I what game was it? It had to be like Modern Warfare 2 or something like that. I got hit up by a guy named KSI Battles 14. And I know I wasn't hit up like, specifically. I'm pretty sure he sent out like a mass message to like everyone. And I don't know, I responded. Yeah, I mean, I played with a group of guys like every day since like early CODs, and they I don't know, they just weren't like as available. Some changed jobs, some were hardly online, stuff like that. So it's like, needed people to, new people to know on Xbox, I guess. So I decided to do it. And joined up, didn't really know like the whole aspect of the whole rank thing or anything like that. It was just kind of playing video games, and there's a whole bunch of shit going on around me, in the clan. But I was in college at the time, so I didn't like really have a ton of time to like invest and stop and learn all the stuff. So I was good for about 8 to 10 months, and then I stopped doing clans to finish college. And then I came back like maybe a year later. Like a year later into
for college. Bro, what kind of loser is this guy?
Yeah,
right.
Who fucking degrees, dude? Like,
The only degrees I need is 0 degrees gaming in my life.
yeah, that Helios. He's a
You know,
fun guy.
between Landry and fucking Cali here, we've got I don't know how many degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So KSI is where I got my start. When I came back to clans, somehow we're on Black Ops 1, I believe, or Modern Warfare. I think it was Modern Warfare 3. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 when Battle somehow found me again. I don't know if it was like a saved message or something like that. He was running a clan called GRM. I decided to give it a go again. That lasted for about 6 months, ended in like a whole bunch of fucking controversy, over, and funny enough, if you really think about it, GRM actually ended, and I found my way back into KSI in 2013 because Battles was raising money on the website for some sort of partnership. Forgot, like, it was a Google partner, something that like just didn't fucking exist. But it sounded nice, and there was a lot of younger members in the clan. That was kind of like his forte. He liked like 15 to 17-year-old members because they listened more or whatever. And we raised about, I think he raised about $1,500 or $1,600 on the website, and nothing ever happened. And then someone found out that he blew most of it on just like weed and girls and all types of stuff. And a giant mutiny started, and the clan collapsed. And yeah, so the whole stealing money thing is not new, but it's just a fun similarity for what we'll be talking to throughout.
Hold on, let's not just breeze past this. So we're getting the inside scoop of the Galactic Republic Military Unit of Online Space Control, GRM USO.
Enterprise. Wait,
Enterprise
wrong.
Cadet Program.
Bro, I had a bunch of GRM kids and they have some kind of special code in there, right? Like, we got them in there. We're doing our thing. This was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And this one kid said, he gets all quiet, and I could tell he got a message, and he said, something, code, something, and every fucking GRM kid in that party dipped out. Like, they have special codes. And I was like, wow.
The whole Protocol 66 thing.
Yeah, protocol, something. Yeah, and then immediately every fucking one.
It's wild, dude. The whole clan is laced that way. I mean, like, they don't have like directors and division leaders and stuff like that. They're called like knights and padawans and masters and elders, and yeah, but what's weird is like they're running off like battalions is what they call their divisions, which has like really nothing to do with Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe if I'm wrong, Darth will make fun of me later.
Oh. Yes, he will.
I was surprised they're not like a war clan. I mean, just imagine them being in a party and just shouting, "I want you to write Galactic Republic Military on your forehead." Like, what? Like, dude,
so, what was your old gamer tag, Callie?
My first KSI tag was KSI Fate or KSI Dr. Fate, and then I don't know. I'm like a big like DC fan. Yeah, that's a Justice League reference. And then, what is it? What was my gamer tag in GRM? I think it was, again, DC. It was Kal-El. It was GRM Kal-El. So, yeah, I was going through, like, my whole, like, Smallville phase and all that shit, so.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen, the show Smallville? Or?
Oh, yeah. No, I've watched through Smallville, like, 3 times. I think it's, like, 11 seasons. It's crazy.
I never watched Smallville. I watched Kyle XY though, and that show ended on the worst possible note.
Dude,
like, it's completely
XY
unrelated.
was such an underrated show.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, I haven't heard anyone else. I have not met anyone else in the last like 5 years that knows about that show.
Yeah, I'll never forget the ending on that. Like, they just canceled it. But so you used to be Cali 7 too, right?
Yeah. So fun part about that was when I came back at 13, I just ran with a Fate tag, and what was it? At the time, I really didn't know like the full details of everything that happened in GRM. So I just know that Battles had been invited back to KSI by Dallas and Black Ghost. And that's that's like a fun phenomenon. Usually, like there's a couple people like that when they're hurting for numbers and they needed to build. People like Lazar battles were like very frequent returns. People they'd give chances to just because they could build something really quick. I mean, it wasn't gonna last too long without people there to retain, but it was just numbers in a hurry. So I came back as Dr. Fate again, or Fate, and worked my way up. I had a lot of time on my hands, more time not being in college, and so I learned more of the ranks, stuff like that. Got really invested in everything, and just kind of grinded out. Built a squad, hit co-founder, and then it was kind of like, hey, you got to put a 7 in your name. So I was like, all right. So I was going to do the KSI Fate 7 thing, but unfortunately in KSI, when it's you get a clan that's been around for like 15 years, and every fucking cool gamer tag on earth has been taken. Fate 7 was not available, so I kind of had to wing it, and the least creative name possible came to me, which is Cali. I'm from California, so
I dare you try and take my title as the least creative gamer tag.
Okay.
What? So what does a 7 mean in your gamer tag?
It's weird. There's so many weird phenomenons about the 7 and stuff like that. People say it was for the 7 original creators of KSI, even though there's 3 original creators of KSI, and then the rest were just kind of afterwards.
Who do you say the 3 original creators are? Because we've definitely heard that.
It's easy. Well, 2 of them have been on the podcast. So
yeah.
You got Bill Deadmeat and Cyrus. I mean, I know .com's probably going to cry about this, but JT isn't a creator. That's just some cute title they gave him for owning the website. So, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Callie said, fuck JT.
Yeah.
Callie and JT are good friends. They've met up in real life. JT would never stab him in the back.
Totally not. Again.
That's a whole other story.
We got time. Tell us.
I
stabbed you in the back repeatedly.
So this should be fun, seeing the fact that a lot of the current people in KSI, both KSIs, really have no idea how JT and Carried them acquired the clan.
How he thieved it. Say it, Callie. Say thieved it.
Thieved it. We thieved the clan.
I hate it.
Yeah, no, that sounds way better. All right, so when I came back, so let me think here. So through my gaps, obviously, to catch everyone up, so current, it makes more sense. Came back in 13, built my way up to senior director for the first time in 2014. Left after a huge ass mutiny happened and a clan called SMG was created, and came back about 6 months later. Just kind of took a sabbatical, and BT was running the clan. So if you don't know who BT is, Big BT runs KN, which is in excess right now.
I actually heard he's alarmingly cute. But continue.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've met him in real life too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so BT's running the clan. I come back, clan's kind of it's not, I wouldn't say in shambles, but I mean, it was relatively small, 300 members, 300 members. And I came back to basically rebuild the clan. And so, with the help of a good amount of people, that happened, shout out to Reaper and all them. So they helped me out a lot. And, I don't know. I built my way back up to senior director. I was up there with Game and Big Papa and BT. Huck was kind of on the rise. And then Jazz is Miss Airy. She was the director at the time. And a lot of shit had gone down. I mean, we went through 2-3 years of constant friction from outside clans and .org, and there's a lot of shit going on. So I mean, Miss Airy, she left. She left and took a few people with her, created her own clan. She had her own philosophical differences with some people at the time. And that just left, primarily, BT, Game, Big Pop, and I, and Huck. Huck was a director. I think he ended up leaving before all the Carrot JT stuff too. So yeah, no, it was just the four of us. So by the time that happened, Carrot had brought back his friend Pooter. Pooter, I guess, had been around for a long time, or was around a long time ago. I wouldn't say been around for a long time, but he had come back and was like immediately.
Before, I need to interrupt you, but why is that always the standard of like people that get to come back? Just like that's like the requirement. Oh, he's been around a long time, so fuck it. Let's just give him a border rank.
It kind of is. I mean, like, what's funny is it's like it always gets contradictory if you think about it. It's like every time like a clan restarts, and like, I mean, God knows KSI has restarted like 1,700 times. I mean, like every time a clan restarts, that's always kind of the standard. Oh, well, everyone has to start from the bottom. Everyone's going to start brand new, until one of your friends comes back. And then one of your friends comes back. I mean, that was more of a KSI thing than anything. Was, then one of your friends come back, you knew them from back in the day or something like that, and that kind of immediately qualified them as someone you trusted that needed to be in rank. So, I mean, that was fuck. I think the build before that was Killaburn. Killaburn got brought back for the same reason.
And me and Terracode run KSI.
I mean, it probably would be a smarter idea. I mean,
well, blackjack and hookers.
Blackjack and hookers. That
invite me.
Actually sounds good.
Real knowledge, strength, and integrity up in this bitch.
Right.
And 7 will stand for the number of times that the KSI bitches had taken a seat.
All right, so Cali, who do you think the most toxic person in KSI is?
Oh, it's easy. The guy that recruited me. It's probably the most toxic person ever. Battles. I mean, I think Corey could probably agree with that. So I mean, so could Terracode. So I mean, that's, in my opinion, he's probably the most toxic person to walk through the doors of KSI. I mean, just with the amount of chances he got. I mean, that's not entirely his fault. I mean, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to like, kind of figure that out, because it's like the system has kind of created some of the toxic people, that, or just added to people that were already toxic. So I don't know. As many times he's left and hit the clan, I'd say he is.
Who is the most influential person you met while in KSI?
Well, KSI, I don't know. I met like a lot of like old leaders and stuff like that. I mean, I'd say the most influential person. I mean, despite the fact, I mean, I have a clear bias for people like, Dallas and BT and all them. Probably Black Ghost. He's probably the most interesting out of all of them, out of that circle. I mean, he's probably like the smartest tactically. So I mean, that was just his like, scheme. Terracode had a lot of dealings with Black Ghost, and Black Ghost is kind of a different animal compared to like most clan leaders.
Oh yeah. Were you friends with him, Terracode?
I mean, as good of friends as you could be with Black Ghost.
Yeah.
Man, that's TC and BG, man. They go way back. Yo, look, the most influential person is definitely Coltrane.
The Black Ghost was he was not. I mean, you heard Nada speak about him. 7-7 Bill when he was on here. He I mean, you were pretty sick that day. I don't know if you heard everything, Landry.
Yeah, I was just doing good to be here.
Black Ghost is a bullshitter. He would come to me after they broke off of KSI. They formed KSI United, took a bunch of people, and he would come to me and he'd be like, everybody's flat, nobody's wanting to do anything. I need you to declare war on KSI United for a little bit, like just over the weekend, get my people fired up. So that was kind of how Black Ghost was.
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thesis.
Behind the scenes.
So do you remember meeting Mr. Xian and Terracode for the first time?
I think the first time I met Terracode was in a party in like 2013 or 14.
Oh, that went well.
Or something like that. Nah, actually, you know what's weird is I was always kind of different in terms of KSI leaders at that point. KSI was kind of universally hated by everyone. So I feel like it made it really hard. But at the same time, kind of made us stronger, development wise. Like if you could survive that, chain of command, then you were gonna last in the hobby. So I don't know that. I kind of always got along with everyone. I had a decent relationship with like J2H and could talk to people like For Life and them. So like by the time I met Terror Code, it wasn't a bad party. Yeah, I think at the time I was kind of hanging out with a couple of J2H guys, and he joined the party, and I didn't really get to stop and talk to him or anything like that. So I don't know. That was probably the first time I like met him online. That's Terror Code. Oh,
who
what's up?
Who is the most toxic person you've met outside of KSI online? And do they message you from multiple Twitter accounts?
I was about to say, I bet this goes into our next question.
Well, it'd be really hard for me to say someone like Battles is the most toxic person that's ever been in KSI without saying Ray is not the most toxic person I've been outside of KSI. Just because they're like almost identical, in how they are. And so, that's crazy. See, and that's what blows my mind. See, what you're talking about, like when we first started the podcast, was you got KSI in there and all that stuff. It's like if I tried to sell Battles to KSI right now to .com, fuck that, it'd be crazy. Blood War. They would want nothing to do with Battles at all. If we threw him into a server with them, they would kind of be at the same mindset we are about Ray. So it kind of fucking blows my mind that there's someone that's exactly like Battles and they're aware of it in the same server as them and it's treated differently. So, yeah. That's...
Battles is someone that KSI members were afraid of that I never understood. But, to me, he was a fucking clown. You know what I mean? But KSI, he'd hit them so much, they were, like, afraid of him.
Yeah,
That's why nobody in KSI would ever get out on the Star Wars games, right? Because they didn't want to have to deal with Battles.
Yeah,
he's just a horrible fucking person. He's not great. Like everyone's afraid of him because he got this reputation of hitting clans, but it's not him purposely hitting clans. He just makes clans fall apart because he's so bad. Like it's like just his aroma, just like he went over into like he was like over in TXI for a while and had like some high rank, and then fucking end up like splitting off from there and doing, remember like that Rotten Network or some shit, that RGN. I don't know if you were around back then, and fucking like, dude, ridiculous. Like, and it was just like him, and like I got the inside scoop. It was just him being a shitty leader, like, and it just like made shit fall apart like wherever he goes. But
he is when did y'all bring him back into KSI.com? Is right before the KN split, right?
Got brought back like 2000, like maybe late 2017, and he was around 2-3 months.
The very first thing he does is get some low-ranking kid in KSI.com to start messaging me on my Facebook talking shit about Landry and my ex-wife and my family and shit. That's the first thing Battles does. Because I get this kid in a party and I get the fear of God in him, and he breaks down and starts sending me screenshots of Battles telling him to, where my Facebook is and what names to throw up and what to say. And yeah, that's the kind of piece of shit Battles is.
Oh, wow. Not surprising. But
the same token, when they brought Black Ghost back, and he was, what year did they bring him back?
2013 when they brought him back.
Was it 13?
Yeah, because you had Iceman from 2011, 12.
What year did he bring back Killaburn?
14 is when he brought back.
14. The very first thing that Killaburn did was send me J2H for life and all the clans that you probably don't want to fuck with if you're in KSI. He sends us all a big group message on the 360 telling us that the prodigal son had returned and, there would be no mercy shown.
Oh, boy.
All this shit. I'm like, okay, well, he owes almost everyone you messaged here money. So thank you for letting us know what clan to hold responsible for that debt.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was a weird time. I mean, I don't know. It's just KSI is always traditionally like from a, like, and it's weird, dude. Like no matter how many times it starts up, it's always the same systematic mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I've realized is like no matter, you could change the structure, you could change the name. I mean, you could even tweak the damn logo if you wanted to, and it would not change the actual problems in KSI. And like that's the hard part is like, you know, I never saw that being in KSI for so long, and then you know until I was outside those walls, realizing what those problems were, and how it's just like ingrained in like the culture of that clan. So
that's something that Corey and I have talked about a lot. Like that's one of the things about all the KSIs is their refusal to acknowledge their past and the things that they've done. It causes it just pisses me off. Like if you just said, hey, past administrations, past people did these things, it was a fucking huge mistake. We're not those people anymore. People are allowed to grow, and clans are allowed to grow and to come through shit like that. I would be okay with it. The fact that they refuse to acknowledge their past and the shady, dirty shit they've done, that's what pisses me off. Because I mean, I'm telling you right now, most of the dirty shit that I learned to do on the 360 was taught to me by KSI kids.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Things like 7DS and, clan wars and infiltrations and ghosting and all that stuff. I mean, that's all, Bill era shit. I mean, that's all KSI stuff. You know what I mean? And I mean,
people are hitting people offline, all kinds. People's personal information, doxes, all that shit came from KSI.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
All right, yo, hold on. Speaking of things that came from KSI, Cali.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. All right, how has your like experience been like since you departed like fully from behind those walls? Because let's be honest, in anything in life, you can always apply the saying that you don't notice the problem until you're not inside those walls.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. Explain.
Yeah, I love it. I love the philosophical Corey is awesome. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's like that's the best way to describe it. I mean, we got out of KSI and, going back to like what we're talking about, Carrot brings Pooter back. Pooter starts, I mean, we're giving this guy chances in clan ops and he's not really delivering on shit. Next thing you know, the dude's like spewing out skepticism about all the leaders, in public, chats and shit. So, BT steps in and is like, hey, bro, you can't do that shit. And then it turns into like, I mean, ultimately, to cut things short, he was there to start problems. That's why Pooter was there. Pooter was there to start problems. He leaned on people that were angry with us at the time to help with those problems. And in turn, they were able to use JT and Carrot and, some of like, that what's networked. Like I said, like what's like enriched in the culture there, a lot of it is due to friendship, toxicity, and different levels of accountability and all that stuff. So it's like they were able to use that against them. Here's one of Carrot's friends that thinks all these problems are happening because of BT and Game and I and other people, and it needs to be a change. So they started this whole mutiny, or I wouldn't say mutiny. It's like a hostile takeover per se, but it was all done in private. You know what I mean? Like, and that was the biggest reason why I didn't stay in KSI. Neither did Game. I mean, I could speak for Game in that aspect because he'd say the same thing. Is we get invited into a random server and everyone, and it's fucking web staff and all types of, just random staff members from departments and stuff like that. And, this is run by Carrot, JT, and them. And they're basically, creating a coup in private to like, cut BT's throat and kick him out on the street. And that, and to me, it was like, that's like textbook KSI. Fuzzies was created the same way. United was created in similar fashion. I mean, it's every every time, SMG beforehand, that hit my builds, everything is, was the same. Everything was always the same, like, hey, we're going to make KSI a better place by doing exactly what made KSI toxic in the first place. And, that's what I realized getting separated from all that shit. But I mean, ultimately ended up being a gift in somewhat. We started KN, came into XS, and learned a lot of shit that, like, we would have never learned being in KSI.
I mean, let's back up. Let's get back before, like, because, like, I kind of, like, didn't really know you that long before all that shit happened.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, how did, like, I don't even remember how we even interacted. I know I didn't trust you because you had fucking, like, you were a knight of Battles 14 or some weirdo shit in your body. Slave or something.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You had going on. Like, boy toy of Battles 14 was in this man's bio, 100%.
Yeah, so they were like, I would troll with shit like that, but like fucking
how did we even meet?
You were in a party with Game, and we heard that Bill was coming back. We heard that Bill was coming back. So, well, I mean, we had met in a couple parties beforehand through Game, but I think we didn't start like becoming friends. Like, turn that corner of, hey, this dude isn't just like, a disciple of Battles. Fucking
boy toy, same thing.
Boy toys. It was I got like really drunk at a bar that night with my roommate, and I came home, I hopped on Xbox. You were in a party with
I've seen this porno.
I know, it turned out that's where the bro job started. So all right, so I get into a party with you and Game. You guys are talking about Bill was talking about getting back on Xbox. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. You had BT, everyone, was, have their guard up. He's not taking the fucking community for, everyone's freaking out. They don't know what to expect, bro. Like, Bill's been gone like 8 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, from Xbox at least. And all of a sudden he's getting back on. It's like, why? Like, why is he getting back on? Everyone's freaking out. So I'm drunk, dude. I come home and I'm on. I don't understand. I don't understand why everyone's freaking out, dude. What's he going to do? Come in a party, be like, hey, I'm Bill. And you thought that was the greatest thing ever. And I don't know, it just turned into a massive inside joke, dude, where, I mean, fuck, I think you even created a Twitter that said, hey, I'm Bill. And, it was all Billy Roach quotes and all types of stuff. So, I don't know, that kind of started like a whole inside joke of like the Billy Boys. It kind of spawned, like, I don't know, I think we were on a run back then. You made that YouTube video. It was fucking hilarious. Him is MTV Crib video.
That was hilarious, yo. Dude, we really have to throw that in this one too. Like, we just throw that around. I love that video. That's hilarious. I'm sitting here with this. All right, let's talk about what a great contribution and part of the founding of KN I was. Continue.
Well, I mean, when all that shit happened, we didn't like really know what to do. I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna stay in KSI. Not for sake. I mean, it was most of it was for the sake of, hey, man, like, if you had a problem with BT, like, you could have, like, JT could have pulled him aside, had a conversation with him. If Bill was around back then, he could have pulled Bill and Game in and said, hey, these are the problems. We could have worked through everything. So, I mean, I just felt like slitting the dude's throat, in private, and surprising him with all of it was kind of, there's no honor in that. So I don't know. At that point in time, we stuck by BT. We're gonna do it anyway. He was our friend, and
he's got the biggest wiener of the group, of course.
So I mean, Game and I were in a party with you, and a lot of talk was, what the fuck were we gonna do? I mean, it was, we were creating this new clan. Obviously that was, the end result was that was the inevitable. We had to create somewhere new to go. We had the majority of Clan Ops behind us. So that's what we did. I mean, we started off KN, we tried to roll with the whole KSI thing.
And I was coaching you the whole time. I was like, look, y'all can take the KSI name. I was building y'all. I was like, those fuckers fucked y'all over. Fuck them. Fuck Bill.
I honestly don't think dude, we wouldn't have had that kind of motivation had you like not been around.
Yo, you remember Bill's video of endorsing BT, and it looked like he recorded it with like a fucking like Razor flip phone?
Dude, hey guys, 7-7 here. Did he throw like a thumbs up at the end of that too?
Oh, it was bad. I think I can
Rock
find
on
it.
or fight on, guys, or some shit like that.
Game on, gamers.
Oh, that's what he said.
And then he goes public on Twitter and fucking backs up JT, right?
Yeah, so I mean, no, yeah, it was like Twitter. He wasn't really active on Twitter at the time. This is the problem: is he creates this video, and we're like, all right, cool, dude. We got Bill's endorsement. Everything's great, dude. We got Valiant on our side, dude. Valiant like wrote the COC, all that shit for KSI back in the day. So it's like a Valiant. I mean, Valiant stuck with us. So I mean, I'll give him props for that. But Bill out of nowhere, like 3 days later, is on the shoutbox of .com's website, endorsing them. So I'm like, well, who the fuck is he endorsing? You know what I mean? Is he endorsing us or is he endorsing .com? But I mean, ultimately, I don't know, man. To me, a lot of that whole scenario would have never happened, and I think one of the stupidest moves ever in clans. And I can't kick. I'm not going to kick Bill too much for it, just because Bill. I mean, at times it's kind of you live and learn type of.
I think it's hilarious. He's like, I support whoever wins.
Pretty much, yeah. It was, He's like that dude in the video that like has the like both, like it's the Super Bowl, but he has like both teams' jerseys on. He's got the other team's jersey on, but underneath it. So, yeah. So,
like that meme of backing into the bushes and then coming out totally different.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I just think one of the dumbest moves ever was creating an owner for the website and an owner for the clan. I just thought that made shit really impossible. And
what was JT's motivation for doing BT that way?
most of us just cared. I mean, and that's what threw us off. Okay, it was like, JT's not a bad guy. Like, I mean, we've hung out with JT, had beers with JT. JT was actually a really cool dude. It was just he had Pooter was in Carrod's head, and Carrod was in JT's head.
So you're saying they're fucking?
No, no.
You heard?
I mean, it just goes back. It goes back to the KSI stigma.
Lovers.
That they're lovers. I mean, BT would
You heard
like
it here first.
BT would probably like that theory, but no, it just goes back to the toxicity I was talking about. It's a systematic thing of leaders having their favorites, or their group of friends, their clique, their regime, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's existed for a long time in KSI, through different regimes, whether it be Black Ghost, Fuzzy Meep, they all had their groups of friends, and I wouldn't say, Black Ghost and Fuzzy Meep are guilty of favoritism or anything like that. They just kind of were, a part of what was going on. So, I mean.
So when Aries left you guys, how many people did she take with her?
I think a handful. I mean, that was a really rough situation, dude. I mean, like, that was about a month before all of the shit with Pooter and Carrod and them happened. And she was running a division called LE, and she hits me up randomly one day and says, "Hey, I need you to blacklist me." I said, "Well, why the fuck would I blacklist you? You didn't do anything." Well, because I want to leave, because she'd been fighting with Huck nonstop for about 2-3 months. Huck, Big Papa, it got to a point, dude, like the friction in the clan to where like we couldn't even have meetings like without everything being questioned, and it just got insane. So I mean, in her mind, she was fed up with how things were going because she had her own separate way of wanting to do things. So she felt like if I had blacklisted her, like it would prevent her from coming back. And
she sure did it.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, I 1 million. The hard part, anyway, is like it didn't.
You could have saved KSI. Look at you.
Huh?
She was trying to save you from the future that is now. You could have prevented all this.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't have stopped it.
I mean, she realistically had a vision. She predetermined that she was a worthless bitch, and she was trying to get you to save the whole KSI name. But now, thanks to your lacking of that, now she's running KSI, man. Look what you did.
Well, I don't think my decision really had anything to do with it.
You were supposed to blacklist her, and you failed. Whole scene.
Well, I mean, the blacklist got wiped, a day after we left anyway. So, I mean, they got rid of the whole thing. But I love the whole like Pathfinder like storyline behind it. Like,
oh man, I was going deep, bro. Like honestly, Miss Aries was really in that. Like past Miss Aries was trying to be a hero. She should like blacklist herself now. She could do it now. She has the power.
Well, I mean, the hard part was like they were on this whole kick of like uber democracy, and it's like, dude, I'm all like, you can't really run that in the system that we have. You know what I mean? Yeah, some democracy should exist in clans, but like there always needs to be some form of oversight because it's like we're constantly inviting new people into the fold, and we have to teach them what is acceptable and what is not. We can't just throw a gavel in their hand and say, hey, make this decision about the clan, when they don't like understand how any of it works. So, I mean, it just, at the time, dude, when that was being attempted, it just kind of created like a giant, like, union within the clan. So shit got really toxic. So,
right. Quick question.
Yeah.
All right, his serious answer, right? Just be honest.
Yes.
Would you, I don't need anything complex. I just need I agree or disagree. Would you agree that a large majority of KSIGlobal.com is in fact weenies? I need you to be fucking serious, Callie. Come on.
Yeah, Callie, this is a very serious podcast, so please keep it together.
I agree or I disagree. The majority of KSIGlobal.com are in fact weenies.
I agree. They're in Sanctuary right now.
They are in fact what?
All right.
I need Callie to say weenies.
I did say weenies.
All right. Yeah.
We're gonna clip that.
They're in Sanctuary right now. Weenies. All of them.
Sanctuary weenies.
Sanctuary weenies.
Trent, say weenie.
Fuck Sanctuary.
Say weenie.
That's close.
They call them weenies, Trent.
They are weenies.
Yeah,
dude.
Sanctuary weenies. Dude, that's the new hashtag. Sanctuary weenies.
Weenies.
I hate
Clan weenies. Hashtag clan weenies.
So before we get into Clan Sanctuary, let's kind of, I guess, talk about how you were in excess for a little bit, right? And then Ray has publicly and privately taken credit for manipulating you into joining TSB. Do you agree that she manipulated you, or do you think that you came on your own?
Callie, you dumbass.
Manipulated?
Definitely not. All right, so when I met Ray, I had already had in my mind that, I already been talking to Game. I had in my mind like, hey, dude, shit was like mad stressful. Like Corey was mad stressed. Everyone was super stressed. There was a lot of shit going on, and like you could call it misconceptions. You could call it, all time. I mean, and that happens in clans, with like people. But no, like when I first met her, it was with the intent kind of to get a hold of, Terracode and Helios. Yeah, I didn't really have like direct lines to them, and I knew that she was connected to them.
What was you trying to fuck?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
She what was it? She also, I mean, she was also causing a lot of problems for XGN and XS at the time. So I thought maybe like if I could create a better image for her on who we were as well, like that would like get her to chill the fuck out. I mean, she was making like, crazy alt accounts and, trying to like expose like Corey's real life. And
I was stressed. The stress that I was under was great. Dude, I developed a very vigorous masturbation routine to kind of justify and kind of cope with all the stress that was going on. Like I was on like a 7 to 19, times per hour cycle. And it was a very rough time for me. I mean, Trent, I just want to let you know that.
Wow. How you gonna lay all that shit off on me? I wasn't.
Bro, I'm just no. I mean, dude, I was literally. I would like just look at your Twitter and see all the mean tweets, and I'd just go jerk off about it, about how sad I was.
Oh my god!
I mean, as long as
I would just cry. I would literally just like you ever like just you just start like never mind. This ain't that kind of podcast. Continue.
Listen here. I was merely reporting the news to the YouTube world. Okay, you're the one that was making all these goddamn 10-part mini series.
Just wait, I'm still working on my investigation. I'm going to take your ass to court next month.
We got the first witness, Graham.
Speaking of that,
dude, Graham.
Yeah,
I'm calling her up on my other phone right now. I'm joking.
I don't know. My favorite video in all of that had to be the baby animals that you made. So they had the baby animals in the background. Yeah, that was the best of all of them.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cali, tell the truth. Every time we released a video, Corey would be up for 3 days, wouldn't he?
yeah,
Still longer than that.
it got insane. Like the pressure. I mean, and to be fair, at the time, and yeah, I mean, he also had like internal pressure as far as like within his own parties. I mean, the person he was dating at the time like fucking hated everyone. So like, like you know what I mean? So that kind of added to it. So it's like I felt bad, at the time. Well, I mean, it was Corey, BT. BT's been stressed since like 2015. So I mean, I mean, realistically, I mean, I worry about that man. Like,
I don't know why all these people stress so bad though. Like,
it's the misconception of what's going on. I mean, I can't sit there and talk too much shit. I was the same way for a long time, and
I've never stressed over Xbox.
Okay.
We get intense, dude. We got intense about all that shit. But I mean,
I will. Let me say this: if you don't give a fuck enough about the clan that you're in to be stressed, then you probably shouldn't be in that fucking clan. Because the people that care about this shit care. And the motherfuckers that don't, that are able to change their clan tag or their gamer tag 4 or 5 times a fucking year, those kids aren't stressing over shit. They're not going to be anywhere. I do give a fuck. I give a fuck about TSB and I give a fuck about Hydra. I get stressed about shit sometimes, but I don't know. I don't get stressed when people make videos about me because I think it's cute.
You think I'm cute?
That's what I did.
You heard it here, folks. Dude, this is a known fact. Like, on this episode, Terrico essentially called me cute. That's all I'm trying to say.
Misdirection has his fishing pole out today.
It only took 2 seasons.
I'm reaching.
2 seasons.
I've been reaching all episode.
Yep.
I'm just trying to stir the pot.
I don't know. Like, Corey just would sit around and he'd fucking smoke and make Apex videos and call me a LARPer and shit.
For no reason.
I was
I remember
online criminal.
Back in the good days when I could just, like, Misdirection would tweet, like, and he would tag all these accounts, and I could just click on them, blocked. And every once in a while, like, Cali never blocked me, but, like, there'd be, like, 2 or 3 that didn't actually block me, but I was like, what the hell did I do in there? So, yeah, I blame you, Terracode, for that, and I appreciate it.
This whole time, honestly, I had it all wrong. Hydra is not cyber criminals, but Landry, on the other hand, Trent, I can't keep lying. We know that you have been illegally trading Beanie Babies on the dark web.
I have been.
Not you. Wait, you have to. You know this too? What in tarnation? You're selling off my goddamn Beanie Baby collection without telling me.
Well, I'd like to know why you're letting everybody know how I make a living.
My God, earn money.
It's a front for his OnlyFans account.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Beanie Baby porn? What?
Question. All right,
yeah,
Callie.
I got an OnlyFans account.
So you were publicly ended for body shaming somebody. How do you feel about body shamers and women in general?
I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible. You know what made me laugh was that, like, it's just like the person that said, like, obviously Ray under an alias was the one that tried saying that shit. Like, her lack of, like, pop culture, like, fucking kills me. I mean, it's what it is. You call it pop internet culture, meme culture, whatever. I mean, like, dude, I said, oh, well. Like, it's like,
oh, well.
That's like a Tumblr phrase from, like...
Yes. Yeah. I have a screenshot when emojis first came out where I texted my best friend and said, oh, well. It was
welcome.
like 2010.
Welcome.
What?
Welcome. I guess we're just all body shamers. Dude, no, I love
didn't even know it.
No, like, see, so that's what made me laugh was, like, the person on, like, the person she was trying to pretend to be was, like, this mad skinny streamer chick. I'm all, why would I call her fat? I mean, secondly, like, thick girls are hot. Like, I mean, I rock that.
You heard it, Callie. Can I get an official soundbite? I want to hear you say that you respect thick bitches.
I do. I respect.
Say it. Say it.
I respect thick bitches, man.
Say it again. Say it harder.
I respect thick bitches.
Say it in that voice that everyone, like, feels weird about.
I mean, I would go so far as to say that the Creators Corner podcast as a whole does.
Dude, the creators are thick bitches friendly.
Yeah,
You got it, Toyota.
very much. I mean, I can say it in the Big Papa voice if that.
Say it in the Big Papa
Serious.
voice.
Like, why I won't
Trent,
be with
we
a
need
woman that
this
looks
to
like she
happen.
can.
Listen to this, man.
I don't want to be with a woman that looks like she can stab me with her skinny ass elbow.
That's
You
a
hear
form
me?
of body shaming too, though. Just
But-
Well,
Bro,
No, it ain't. She can fix it by eating a sandwich.
oh my.
If she knows how to
Oh
make
my-
one, these millennials
oh my
are all
God.
weird.
All right. What?
Yikes.
What?
Yo, Callie, say it in the back to the thick bitches. I want to hear you say that you respect thick bitches in the Big Papa voice.
I gotta say in the Big Papa, I gotta do the
Yeah.
like the real deep.
Go ahead.
There you go. I cut off for a second. All right, so I'll respect thick bitches. Yo.
Oh shit.
Oh my God! What just happened?
Yeah. You like,
Boy, I'm
what does
sweating
Ivy
hell
have me do? Hey, baby girl, you lost.
I gotta go. I gotta head out.
Yo,
Yeah.
Callie, how many you and Corey? How many alt Twitter accounts has Bray hit you
Oh
guys up
God,
from?
dude, at least like 20 or 30. At least 20. It's like insane. Like I don't know. Like I've dated crazy girl. Corey and I both dated crazy.
Bro, I thought he was about to ask us how many e-girls we have between us. And
I did too. I thought that's where this was headed. I was gonna have to
that-
cut it short.
Yeah, that's
Bro, I don't have that many e-girls, bro. I just be putting years and the bitches don't be acting right.
We don't have time for Callie.
I'm a long-term dude. Like I'm working about. You don't have time for me, dude. What do you mean?
This is what hey, Callie, I'll speak for both of us. We are long-term guys, but in the period of being single, we run through
That's a fair thing. You know what? Hey, that's
Care
30
code's
days
like,
trial,
I'm
not gonna
baby.
be
sweating.
one of those dudes. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes. You could also do all no, man. I'm a guy. I'm a guy online. Obviously, if a girl talks to me and there's mutual interest, fuck it. I'm gonna try it.
I want to see your titties. Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, Callie can disagree all he wants, but people, it's known. There's a 30-day free trial, right? And then I decide, and Callie, you're right up there with me, bro. You give girls about 30 days, and then you determine if you're going to re-sign and then, re-up for the year. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get a year membership after 30 days, or you're going to cancel that shit. There's no in-between. After 30 days, you've done made your decision if you're re-signing.
So we're like it's like the clan version of like Planet Fitness or something like that.
Exactly. But
I don't know.
that's all
There was
Callie,
about a
though. I don't
5-year
do that kind of stuff because I respect women completely.
What the hell, man?
Right.
Put me on blast.
And we respect you, Mr. XGN.
There was about a 5-year
yeah.
period in my late 30s and early 40s where I had a strict no rerun policy. I'd
How
try not
old
to
are
do the
you? I
same
thought
thing
you were like
twice.
27.
He just turned 50.
Oh my god.
No, 48.
Same thing.
Well, we're rounding now. I never
Did you-
rounded age.
Why are you mean to this man, Landry? Let's get down to the real facts.
What do you mean, why am I mean to this man? Did you not
This
just hear me talk about how many
poor,
accounts have me blocked on Twitter
innocent
because of him? I
Terror
exist.
code.
Before,
Yeah.
there was a
National
period.
clan treasure, and he's getting disrespected like
Oh my
his
God.
own daughter. He made you.
Thank you.
He made
Before-
TSB, and he made you.
Before I even had an Xbox, before I even did anything, I just log on one day. I could just wake up and I'm like, who is this sending me a message on Facebook? Or who is this DMing me? What is this? And somebody just going balls deep for no reason because
Rumor
of,
has it when you
because
were
he
born, you were
made them-
blacklisted somewhere. The day you were born, you were blacklisted somewhere. That's the rumor.
Is that why battles?
It was probably you.
Are you one?
I
No,
was
you
born-
weren't even
what?
born yet.
How,
You weren't even born yet.
what the fuck?
Corey's sending out his blacklist from the womb.
I mean, but I
His
had
first
TSB.
word.
I'm gonna tweet that. I'm gonna be like, I was so damn scared. I had TSB blacklist
Bro,
from the womb.
I was fucking appalled. All right, so when we first joined XS, I was like absolutely mind blown, bro, because like for years, like when we had like 60 people on our blacklist, I thought that was like a lot of people. And then we like got into like XS and like at the time XGN had their blacklist, and there's like 23 fucking pages. Dude, like just like literally there was like 900 people on that blacklist, dude.
I
was like,
didn't
oh,
give
shit.
a fuck.
Everyone.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yo, I had a damn
Corey
glossary.
said he did what? He's playing Halo? Yeah, blacklist him and this
Yeah.
whole squad.
Dude, I had abbreviations and shit. Let me tell you, look, hey, I stayed afloat on 360 pretty well because I was just reckless. All right,
What?
I had motherfuckers terrified.
Your mom
Listen.
grounded you for that's why you've been
Listen.
active. You're both blacklisted.
No. Let me tell you what happened. I had it known throughout my damn clan that if your division, if you let your squad, if you lost a squad tag or you lost something, you let your division get hit, I'm shutting down. I'm kicking all you motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, these goofballs let J2H infiltrate a whole damn division, like long before there was even any problem. This is like forever ago. And like, I was like, every one of y'all are fucking blacklisted. The whole damn division, all 633 of y'all get the fuck out. Find a new clan. And that was what I said. And then that's how I did it. And then and then everyone's like, holy shit, this dude is definitely unstable. And then they all left. I was wild, bro. But just keep in mind, I was also like 16, and like I had
my
like,
favorite, dude, when we'd hit you up from KSI and be like, "Yeah, bro, this guy got kicked out. I guess he's in your clan now." And you hit me up like 30 minutes later, going, "Yeah, bro. So I kicked him out, and his recruiter got blacklisted, and I membership revoked the general of the squad for allowing it to happen." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude, like the whole line, bro."
Accountability.
It's like the whole circle of life got.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Look, you would think I was paying these motherfuckers goddamn $27 an hour back then. I was being ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Yeah, I used to have this thing that because I have not kicked out a lot of people in TSB, believe it or not, as long as we've been here.
We get it. You're an angel.
I have. No,
Just in comparison.
I'm not an angel. I'm a damn idiot for giving people 150,000 chances. You know, I mean, I literally at one point I just hit double digits like a couple of years ago. People I kicked out of TSB, but when I would do it, I never counted their best friend because if I kicked somebody out, I would kick their best friend out
Every
too,
time.
because I felt like that would alleviate further problems. So, yeah, I'll still do that.
Yeah.
If I remove somebody, I go on and get their best friend.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago that was like that was the standard. This guy's creating problems in them. You'll kick him out and his best friend.
Bro, people think I'm the shittiest person in the world when I say that. They're like, what did he do? They're like, they're living with the guy. I'm like, I don't know. Like, like fucking, they're like, back last year that someone brought to me, like, oh, so this guy's roommate is in TSB. I'm like, you know,
bro,
what the fuck?
no, dude, you have to tell that story, dude. That's Tasha Doom. That's who that was. It was.
Tell me the story. I don't remember.
It was the mute female. Remember? And like, all right, so you kick this guy out.
What the fuck happened yesterday?
I don't know how I remember all this shit. It's weird, dude. Fucking.
I remember. I still have all the screenshots for Corey gets my house swatted again.
Damn.
I did not
kicked out.
Corey takes screenshots. It's like a glossary.
Bro, I swear to God, I think. Hey, you heard it here first. Cali pretty much confirmed that Miss Airy swatted TSB Terracotta.
No.
That's what I heard.
Gamer Resort completely funded and maliciously swatted Terracotta.
Wow.
Sanctuary.
With Sanctuary? Wow.
Yeah. And Ray's the one that actually made the
Hey, I actually do believe that Sanctuary leadership is behind your swatting, and KSIGlobal.com is a part of Sanctuary. So that's honestly my opinion, no jokes aside.
Association, guilty by association.
No, dude, you're a part of a fucking organization that just has terrible people that do terrible shit to people, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Listen, I 100% would not be shocked to find out that Ray knew who swatted my house and probably has told people in Clan Sanctuary.
I'm more shocked. I mean, that was the theory for a while. Not just a theory. I mean, it's a strong fucking theory that someone. I think she had someone do it for her because that's kind of how she works. You know what I mean? Like based upon the screenshots, she doesn't ever like getting her hands dirty, publicly for anything. So I mean, I just think it's fucking ridiculous, dude. I mean, we've gone to that guy on 3 fucking occasions. I mean, KSI has even provided the same proof to this guy. I mean, it doesn't make KSI any better because he's still in the server after showing him the proof, and now they're aware of who they're sharing a server with. So I mean, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like how many times we got to show these people who they're in bed with right now. You know what I mean? And they're just like, okay, no, it's cool. She hasn't created any problems. Well, neither did we. I mean, name me one fucking time anyone from Hydra Access created a problem inside Sanctuary server. The answer is 0.
I literally got attacked in their fucking server, and then my only reply was LOL, and I got removed. I was attacked by fucking Ray and a couple of KSI.com members.
So what did you do to Ray or Unlimited to warrant this type of backlash?
We would not allow her to fucking get a license in our name and run cyber games and scam people out of fucking money. We said no. Literally, we said no.
Yeah. And then she approached all of us and told us to, cut.
She wanted J2H and XDG out.
I mean, like, how does that? I mean, like, how does it work? I mean, if we're like,
yeah.
Oh, was it?
I mean, I have the screenshots. I have the fucking messages from her on Twitter.
I remember one group of screenshots I saw where she was saying that Hydra as a whole should have like one vote, right? So like you and like at the time J2H and XCG should all come together and y'all's vote would only count as one on the whole thing. But then the is that right?
Unlimited
people.
She
was
going to sell.
Right?
Yeah, she was going to sell fucking shares. She found some kid in XGN. How much money was she going to get that kid? Like $1,500 to invest in cyber games, Corey?
He was ready to do it, too. Yeah. I had to tell him not to. It was Helix.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he was literally going to invest money, and she had talked this kid in investing like $1,500. She was going to sell him.
And the contract that she showed him was an unlimited contract. Nothing to do with what we were doing.
Yeah, who else was that she approached that she actually got like a couple $100 from?
I don't know. She had her apparel company lined up.
It was in the whole cyber games thing. Who was the kid? Who's the XGN kid that was helping us? It was either TXO or XGN. Dude, I like wasn't. I forget his name. Why do I forget his damn name?
Hell, I don't know. But like she literally had people fucking lined up to buy in, and she was going to silence the XS and Hydra vote by selling shares to people and giving them unlimited contracts, so that she was going to build this on our name, take all the money, all the credit, all this shit, and run away and leave us holding a shit sandwich. That's what she was going to fucking do, just like she did in Unlimited.
Yeah, she left them all tied. I mean, she left them stranded. She owes a ton of people money. So I mean, ton of people money. She was trying to bring in all of her friends doing it too. Was that, hey, this is a project that we started. I mean, am I going to deny the fact that she did help out through the process of like all the clans getting along? Yeah, she didn't manipulate me to do shit. This is a plan that I had. Regardless, I had to be a little more stealthy about it because at the time, the people in Excess weren't in a mind frame to just say, hey, fuck it, let's have meetings. So, I mean, like, it took a lot of talking, a lot of solving problems. My furthermost concern was, hey, dude, I see Corey stressed out, dude, people are attacking him like crazy. What can I do to stop that? What can, in Ray and Unlimited, that was a major conduit, that was someone that was really attacking him.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, that was bad. So, I mean,
deleted all their fucking videos off. She bought the login from that one kid.
Didn't even pay him
to the YouTube channel. No, she didn't even pay him. She bought the login from him, stiffed him for the payment, got on there, deleted all the videos, made a video claiming to be Graham, and fucking, did all this shit, and then turned around and lied about it. Went straight to Corey and told him it was us. That's what really pissed me off.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, it's a lot of isolated incidents, a lot of lies. I mean, that was her big deal, like with the whole cyber games thing. I mean, that was a project that all of us had thought of. I mean, it wasn't even really a Ray project. Yeah. This is like hey, how can the clans, let's find an olive branch in the center where all the clans can, get acclimated with each other. Everything was new. We still had people that were, skeptical or afraid or didn't trust so-and-so or, I mean, there was a lot of past shit that needed to get, people needed to get over. So I mean, that was the whole point of the Cyber Games thing and the Gathering server and all that stuff. And like she fucked up the Gathering server, and then after that, she turned around and was like, "Hey, I want to bring High and Sword Dog into this." So it's like she's like trying to get her people and her vendors like at the top of this, so they can exploit and make money off of it. So I mean, yeah. Well, that wasn't in the cards to begin with. I mean, I think all of us kind of agreed that it would have been, a non-profit venture. This is more just for members.
Yep. True that.
Yeah.
True that. But all those people in Clan Sanctuary, all those clans that are fucking clicked up over there, that's what you're clicked up with, and you know it, and you're staying. And that makes you just as fucking guilty.
I mean, that's what it is for me, man. I mean, they know the caliber of person and the people that they associate with, and they still continue. And, it's just crazy to me that someone that has never created anything, like never had a successful clan, can go around and boast like a clan hub to like help you and your clan. Like that would be literally like if I had never created XGN and never had any clan of my own or any success of my like own, and I just made Exile Syndicate and then went around to everyone else's clans like, hey, you want to join this? And like just be like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like what? Like, and I personally really do find it offensive as someone that has built and has like been around, that just someone that like some half-ass leader from KSI, right, that essentially never actually like built anything ever, especially on his own, like is going around saying that he can like help other clans or like ensure success and just kind of like fool all these other like groups, which really says a lot about KSIglobal.com for being under them, which essentially justifies and reiterates everything that we were just saying about them just a few months ago.
Well, literally, I mean, if you want to take that stance, we're sitting here with KSI.com, the man who's running it, and what's he built? What has JT ever built?
Nothing.
I mean, nothing. I mean, realistically, I mean, the whole, I mean, that was the whole conversation, for a long time. I mean, especially like that, what didn't make sense about, who took the community and all that stuff. And I mean, they'll probably get pissed off, but it's like, I don't remember, I wasn't even vocal with JT until about 5 or 6 years into being in KSI. So it's like, I mean, he wasn't really approachable. He was just this, inactive guy that would hop on the website and, post on the shout box every once in a while and, do some behind the scenes work. Who knows what happened? I mean, I can't even say he did behind the scenes work because we'd ask him to do minor things like, hey, we need a new theme. That was the whole trip to Texas.
He's not special. I can take any private and like you can ask Bree, you can ask someone that literally come in and didn't know, anything about IPB or whatever. Like the fact of the matter is the entitlement and the attitude that comes from someone that is nothing more, and I mean absolutely nothing more than an outdated IPB and Vision Power Board admin. Just a normal fucking forms admin somehow has all this entitlement and feels like he has right to a brand that people actually built, right? But if we're talking about build, I done catastrophe, like huge amounts more for KSI in less than 2 years than JT has done, period. And more than he will probably ever fucking do. I can literally take a private in KSI right now and show them within fucking a week how to do everything that JT currently does for KSI. Everything. That is pitiful. Just saying.
Yep.
He's not fucking special at all. Not even slightly. In the least.
Well, that's what made it confusing as to the people that took over. You know what I mean? Like, I can't totally speak. Like, Carrot, I know Carrot was in Clan Ops like a long time ago, but like for the majority of my case I career, dude, he was just kind of an inactive mod. So, I mean, it wasn't I mean, that's what a lot of people had a hard time grasping. You know, like when we get into arguments with them, is that we were pretty oft forgotten. You know, from at least, I mean, fuck, I'll even throw Iceman into this. From like 2012 to like 2018, it's like, you know, it had nothing to do. Everyone that is in, you know, with the exception of maybe a handful of people that are in .com right now, you know, in various roles, none of them have anything to do with the survival of KSI at all. You know, I mean, you get a lot of these old names that come back, you know, 07, 08, you know, 06, and they talk about, you know, how they need to be respected and all that stuff. And we're like, bro, like, yeah, you were around during that time. And like, I don't doubt you did a ton of work, but from 2012 to 2018, we're the reason KSI was alive. People like BT Game, you know, we kept the clan alive. We built. So it's like, you know, it was what it was. I mean, Bill and all them will, you know, Dead Meat and all will always have the respect of creators because it's their clan. It's always going to be their clan. But, you know, people like JT, dude, didn't have to grind for 6 to 8 years to keep the name afloat. You know, he didn't have to, you know, it's all he sat on a website and we provided him traffic. That's really what it was.
Yep. I agree. All right, man. It's been a good episode.
Yeah, a lot.
I think that's a good stopping point.
Definitely.
I do agree. Thank you so much for coming, Cali. We definitely appreciate having you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any closing statements you want to make before I close it out?
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Fuck Clan Sanctuary.
Fuck Clan Sanctuary.
Changing it up this time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Creators Corner.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.